Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, good morning and thanks so much for joining us today again on Living Local Carolina. Today I am joined in studio by Michelle Gerald. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
All right, you are the founder of SIS. What does SIS stand for?
Sisters Inspiring Sisters.
And what is SIS all about?
It is a big umbrella of things, but it's really focuses on helping the community, helping our youth and the women. We deal a lot with mental health. That's a big piece of it. The mental health part of it, we deal with the mind, body, and the soul. So trying to make people as whole as possible and being there as much as we can for whatever they need. Being that go-to for whatever it is that they need.
I was going to ask you what your passion was, but I know it's going to be hard for you to nail that one down after just talking to you for a little bit.
My passion is helping people. I have a love for people, and I didn't have the best life growing up, and I think that I'm in this space because, and I do the things that I do because I wanted to be the answer for the things that I needed to answer for, but I had nobody there for. So being the answer for people, being there to be the answer for whether they need clothing, whether they need food, whatever it is, you just need somebody to listen. SIS really is, and my passion is being that answer.
And these are things that might seem like very small, but they make a huge difference to somebody's life and their well-being. That's got to be rewarding on a daily basis for you to be able to see that and really pay it forward to people.
Yeah. It's very rewarding for me. I get joy out of seeing, putting a smile on someone's face. Even if people, when you do things, I do things a lot of times secretly so that people don't know that it's me that's doing it. Because it's not about my face being out there, it's just about making sure that that person gets what they need. So my joy is just knowing that they got what they needed and I made a difference in their life. It's very rewarding. And I would be untruthful to say that it doesn't bring me joy, because it does. It does.
So how can our viewers help you on, I know you're doing things throughout the year, but what's going on right now that people can help you with?
Right now we are collecting coats, blankets, clothing, all sizes for men, women, and children.
And you also were telling me that you feed people experiencing homelessness on a weekly basis.
Yes, weekly you can ride by. I do this actually by my home.
Really?
So weekly you can ride by my home and you will see a table set out, and it'll have all kinds of fruit, vegetables, sandwiches, and different things, breads, different things that they can take. And I'll usually just take some bags, grocery bags, because a lot of times people are embarrassed about this situation, and I never want to make anybody feel uncomfortable, because it's only by grace that it wasn't me. So I never want anybody to feel uncomfortable, so I don't stand out and monitor the table. I don't stand out and just point, you can only get this. I don't do that. So I'll put grocery bags on my mailbox, and the neighborhood knows now, so they come through, they get the grocery bag, basically shop, get whatever it is that they need or they want to carry them through the weekend, and then they just go about their business. And I do that every Friday in the afternoon. You can usually find the table out around between 4, and I leave it out there until actually everything is gone.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like I could talk to you forever, but what are some other things very quickly that you think we need to know about SIS before we go?
You need to know that SIS focuses on mental health. It's very, very, very important. The mental health piece is important. We provide services like a call center where you can just call. You don't have to get, advice. If you just need somebody to listen, we're there just to listen. We do a scholarship because we reach out to the young ladies as well. So we do a scholarship every year, the SIS Merit Scholarship, Inspiration Merit Scholarship. We also do a women's retreat. It's the Heal Thyself Retreat, Healthy Self, healing from the inside out. We just do an umbrella of different things.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This segment is sponsored by The Points Guy.
All right, guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I'm joined by Nick Ewan. You are from The Points Guy, and we're talking about credit card rewards and a new poll that's been done that you have some information to share with our viewers. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. So let's get right into it. What insights did this new poll provide?
Yeah, so right now there are efforts underway at both the federal level and the state level to really completely upend how credit card transactions are processed. And this could have impact both on the consumer as well as small businesses. Our poll, unfortunately, though, found that a shockingly small number of Americans and respondents to this poll are actually familiar with what this looks like. But once they are made familiar of the potential changes that it could have on their day-to-day lives, opposition rises significantly. In fact, over 4 out of 5 respondents said that the payment system works just great the way that it is and should remain intact. Many others said that they would potentially cut back on their spending if their rewards were impacted if some of these changes come into effect.
So how exactly do credit card rewards work, and why are they at risk?
Yeah, so right now, if you swipe a credit card at a small business, a large retailer, the retailer or the business is charged a small fee called the interchange fee that is averaged about 2% of the transaction, and that's remained flat for about a decade now. And that fee is used to invest in fraud security, in the payment infrastructure, in short-term lending, as well as in the rewards that so many Americans have come to know and love, whether it's airline miles, travel points, or simply cash back that you put right back into your bottom line. While the proposals that are under consideration across the country, but has actually passed in one state, the state of Illinois, this could upend how these transactions are processed and ultimately could lead to some of these credit card issuers pulling back on the rewards that they offer because they are not able to process the entire portion of a transaction as one single purchase.
Okay, so could you maybe elaborate on what might happen if these proposed changes actually do go into place?
Yeah, so let's start with the state of Illinois because that's where this has actually passed and is set to take effect on July 1st. This piece of legislation takes out the sales tax and other taxes and then the gratuity portion of a transaction and prohibits interchange from being charged on that portion of the purchase. So this means that if you travel to Illinois and you go to fill up your rental car at the gas pump, you might have to use your credit card to pay for the fuel at the pump and then go inside to use cash to pay for the taxes on that fuel. This is going to create a significant headache for consumers, but could also impact small businesses who now need to invest in new complicated point of sale systems to track all of this, separate out these purchases. So it's going to create more complexity for consumers and more costs for small businesses and could completely change how credit cards are accepted in the state of Illinois.
Okay, this is a lot of information to process here. If somebody's watching right now and they have more questions or want to learn more information, where's the best place for them to go?
The best place is to go to guardyourcard.com. That's where we break down all of what is under consideration and what it would mean for you as a consumer and what it would mean for you if you're a small business owner. And again, this impacts everyone, not just people living in Illinois. So check out guardyourcard.com for everything you need to know.
This segment is sponsored by The Points Guy.
Well, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Today, I am joined in studio by Keosha Garrett. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. We're going to talk about what you have been doing, your ministry, Shanavia's Dream Sickle Cell Clinic.
Yes, ma'am. I started a nonprofit this year in memory of my late sister Shanavia, who passed away from sickle cell complications back in 2021. It's been amazing, the amount of people that we were able to reach in Charleston, McClellanville, Georgetown area. It's definitely amazing. So yeah.
You truly hit the ground running when
did.
it comes to all the different things that you've been doing. What do you think is important for the community to know about sickle cell?
The important thing, one of the many important things that I feel that our community should know is that sickle cell is definitely a forgotten about disease. We need more awareness because it affects so many people. I had my second annual blood drive back on Shanavia's birthday, which was June 10th. And I had MUSC to come out to do sickle cell trait testing. And just this morning, I had someone to reach out to me telling me, hey, I got my results and I have the sickle cell trait. And she's about 20 years old and she didn't know. So it's like that gap between the communication from parents over time to their children. Sometimes they forget to let their kids know, hey, you have the trait. Try not to mate with someone else that has the trait because then their child will have sickle cell, which in my case, that's what happened to my sister because my mom knew, but my dad, he didn't.
So education is super important.
Education, most definitely, education.
All right, so if people want to stay connected with you among this journey, how can they do that?
Well, definitely. They can follow us on Facebook at Shanavia's Dream Sickle Cell Clinic. Also, they can reach us at shanaviasdream@gmail.com. If they want to inquire about blood drives, they can refer to the Facebook page, and we keep everyone posted there.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, today we're talking about one of my favorite topics, ice cream, and I'm joined by Chris. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine today.
All right, you guys are Island Treats here on Pawleys Island. Tell me about what you guys offer here.
38 different flavors of ice cream, milkshakes, sundaes, hot dogs,
A little bit of everything.
pizza, everything.
Love
Yeah.
that. And you guys are a mom and pop shop. You've been here for 7 years, a staple here in the community. What's it like being able to see the smiling faces come through every season and off season as well?
Off season because we're open all year long, same hours, everything. So people don't think people come in for ice cream during January and February, but they do because we have a lot of snowbirds that come down. So, but yeah, it's fantastic to see everybody come in. The kids got the play deck out here to play on and everything, and it just keeps them entertained, and ice cream's a favorite for everybody.
Indeed it is. I was going to say, this is such a pretty location. You guys are right on this little, is it a pond?
It's a little pond,
Little
yes.
pond right here. And kids are able, or adults, are able to feed the ducks and geese.
Ducks, geese, koi fish,
Ooh.
turtles. We got a little bit of everything in the pond.
What is y'all's goal with this business?
Serve God. You come in and people write their Bible verses and everything. When we moved here, we prayed, we did a fast to come here to have Him show us what we're supposed to do. We praise Him for everything that we have.
7 years later, it's definitely worked out well, huh?
It's a blessing.
So one thing you guys do is you want people to be able to enjoy as much as they want to, right?
Correct. When you come in, we have so many flavors that a lot of times it's hard to choose. So we'll let you taste whatever you want. We'll mix and match anything you want into one scoop. If you want 2 flavors, 3 flavors, we could turn that into one scoop for you.
Beautiful, because sometimes you just can't choose. It's so hard.
No, you want to try everything and eat everything.
All right, perfect. I definitely want to do that right after we're done here, but where can people find you guys? What's your address?
We're located in the Island Shops in Pawleys Island.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Take it away, Coach.
All right, here we are, Katie. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, we're going to start with the basics and the most important skill, which is passing or bump, as we used to call it, bumping, okay? So we got to have our hand position, okay? We want pancake here, another pancake here, okay? And then our two thumbs are together and we say sausage, sausage.
Sausage, sausage.
Two pancakes and two sausages, all right? We're having breakfast, okay? So here we are, all right? And you want to have those elbows locked. You kind of point those thumbs down, that helps get them locked, right? And you have long legs, you got to bend those knees, right? Athletic, okay? So we're here and we want to contact the ball above the wrist. We say no wrist, no fist. What do we say?
No wrist, no fist.
That's right, good. Those cues are important for the kids when we're teaching, okay? So here we are, and let's face this way, here we go. So turn me, you're here, you're ready. And I'm just gonna toss and you're gonna give a little bump. Look at that, there you go.
Okay, this was not staged, guys. Now, I didn't practice, I promise.
There you go, look at, so that's a little wristy, right? So it's bouncing a little hard.
I'm supposed to be going like
here.
here.
Yeah,
here.
Above the wrist.
Above the wrist.
Yeah, you got it. Pancake, pancake, sausage, sausage, there we go. All right. So now we're gonna have to teach you the set because you just got confused. What do I do now? It's over here. So now we got the set, okay?
Okay.
So setting, okay, we're here with our above the forehead. So I'm gonna have you put your hands on your hips to start, and we're gonna put our hands right here, boom. Okay, a little bit wider, the shape of the ball, okay? So when that ball comes in, it's all finger pads, no palms, and your thumbs, everything in, and then as soon as it hits those finger pads, you're going through like a spring, and think of a unicorn, and think of getting a donut off the horn. And you push that, look at that, that's it. Okay, you gotta get that donut off the horn, okay?
Okay, I love it.
Okay, that's what we tell the kids.
Great
All right?
analogy there.
Okay, so now I'll toss it a little higher, and that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna push that ball up in the air, because setting, the next one is bump, set, and then spike. Of course, right? So we gotta get the bump or the pass right, we gotta get the set right so that they can spike it, okay? So now we'll try the bump, or the set, sorry. You gotta move those feet, there you go, look at you. All right, so now you gotta move a little bit, move. There we go, you gotta get under the ball.
You have to really...
Okay, so you're a little here, get it forehead, right?
Okay.
All right, there you go. Not bad, not bad, not bad, all right, very good. So let's put it together. Now you may have to pass or you may have to set, depending on where, you gotta do, depending where the ball is, okay?
Okay, training wheels are off. Now, all right, let's discuss.
That's all right. We got plenty of balls.
The transition
right? So
between...
That's really, yeah, so once you make contact with the ball, then you gotta go back to here.
Okay.
With hands apart, because you may have to set or you may have to pass, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Like...
That's all right, that's all right.
We have lots of balls for this purpose.
And every shot's an experiment, no shot's a failure. You learn from each one, good or bad, you're learning.
Okay.
Look at that, that was really good. That was good, that was good, that was good. In volleyball. So once you hit it once, someone else has got to contact it. There you go, look at that. Now we're cooking, look at that. Oh, there you go, hey, all right. That's probably good.
Oh, okay.
All right, now you've got the bump, you've got the set. Are you ready for the spike?
Ready for the spike.
Okay, that's where you put it away, kill it, okay?
All right.
So let's get that left arm up here, good. You got this right arm back, elbow back here. Keep your eye on the ball so that set comes up and strike. Oh my gosh, look at that. Hey, she's a natural.
Yay.
You too can play some volleyball, but you gotta be right here, am I right?
All right, how can they get in contact with you though?
Okay, so our website is grandstrandsand.com. Also, my email is Coach Goody. That's Goody with a Y at gmail.com. They can reach out to me there, all right? So
thank you, Coach.
No
I appreciate
problem.
the lesson.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.